What makes a species? This is a fundamental question of biology. For nearly a century, scientists have attributed the genes of an organism as the determining factors that separate species. Undeniably, genes are the molecular blueprint that make organisms distinct from one another. However, recent advances in technology allow us to examine a new aspect of being a species, the microbiome. The microbiome is a diverse and complex community of microorganisms that live within a species. For example, when we look around this room, we see one species, us. But recent research shows that within each of us is a diverse ecosystem of bacteria. By comparison, if we were to count all of the cells of your body, we would find that for every one cell that was human, there are 10 cells that are bacterial. Now, remember that genes are the traditional defining elements of a species. So when we compare the number of genes in your body, we find that for every one that is human, 100 are bacterial. It's rather startling to consider that we're really just walking incubators of more genetic diversity than we can ever achieve on our own. And yet, we cannot live without them. In fact, we know that a healthy microbiome allows us to efficiently digest food. On the other hand, an unhealthy microbiome can result in chronic disease such as diabetes and obesity. Indeed, the microbiome has the capacity to confer new traits and affect fitness. These are the two driving forces of speciation, yet its role in speciation is largely unknown. To test this, I'm using closely related species of insects to model changes in their genes as well as their microbiota. So far, what I've shown is that the more closely related species are to one another, the more similar their microbiome. This indicates that both the genes and the microbiome of these insects are linked as they underwent speciation. In addition, when I interbreed two species, their hybrid offspring are diseased and die. However, I am able to rescue these hybrids by curing them of their microbiome. Ultimately, the genes and the microbiome of both species prevent them from successfully reproducing, thus establishing barriers between species. This research not only shows the potential for the microbiome to influence speciation, but also our understanding of diseases and genetic disorders. As we consider preventing, diagnosing, and treating diseases, we must bear in mind the great potential that the microbiome has in influencing these qualities. So, don't forget to feed your microbiome, as they are what makes you, you.